Happy video day, guys. Christina, Brooke here. Today we're going to be doing my 5-day challenge. So you guys knew that I was going to be doing Huetopian Dream from Pat McGrath next. So I have been using that palette for 5 days straight, have it sitting right here in front of me, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my results. I'll be taking you guys along this journey with me every single day, trying to use that palette no matter what the circumstances to kind of get an idea if I like this palette, and literally put myself in different predicaments to give you guys the full 411, the truth, all the details on the new Huetopian Dream from Pat McGrath. So that's what we're doing in today's video, but I would like to say thank you so much to Ana Luisa. So today we do have a sponsor in today's video. So this portion of the video is sponsored by Ana Luisa. So you guys know I love Ana Luisa jewelry. I have been a partner with them for quite some time now, and today I'm going to be showing you guys some really awesome pieces. So I'm so excited because now in December they're going to be doing a 25% off deal where you guys can shop all of their sustainable, beautiful gold-plated jewelry for 25% off. I love the brand. I have so many of their pieces now, and I think you guys can tell from Instagram and also from YouTube, I tend to always be wearing their pieces. I wear it a lot because they look luxurious, they feel nice, they're weighty, and you guys know I just think that their designs are so pretty, and I've really been enjoying them. So today I actually have 3 pieces to show you guys. So the first one is actually one that I'm so excited for. So I have always seen people wearing these trendy like little cuff earrings, and I always thought that meant that you had to have like that second hole piercing in order to wear these things. And I had seen like this before, but I didn't know that it was just like a clip. I didn't know that you just put this on your ear and you don't have to have a piercing. Why I never knew this, I have no idea. Easy to put on. You just go ahead and put it like this onto your ear, and it's so comfortable. It sits right there. It looks like a statement piece. I love that it feels weighty, comfortable, doesn't make my ear red, and it just looks so trendy. Like, I want more of these. Like, I need more of these, okay? So besides that, I also got these beautiful little hoops with these pearls. Pearls are so in, they're so dainty, they're so pretty. I'm seeing them everywhere. And this is just a really fun take on a pearl. It has the double hoop and then it has the beautiful pearl inside. I think that they're so classy, so pretty, and I really love them. And then the last piece I'm going to show you guys is this bracelet. So I saw this and I thought that this was so cool. It reminds me of like when you have a watch on, and sometimes we wear watches because we love the way that kind of like chain link looks. And I don't wear watches anymore because now I've got my iPhone everywhere, that I thought that this was really cool because it gives me that idea of a watch without actually having a watch on me, and I think it's really pretty. So those are the 3 pieces that I have from Ana Luisa to show you guys today, and I love them. I love them so much. You will also be seeing them throughout today's entire video because I am wearing them on different days. So you guys can get different ideas of how they looked layered with other jewelry pieces. But yeah, I'm really loving them. So if you're looking for a holiday gifts, you're looking for something that looks beautiful, I would definitely suggest you check out the Ana Luisa website. Everything is going to be down below in the description box so you can get an amazing 25% off of some of their most beautiful styles. Thank you again to Ana Luisa. I am obsessed. Let's go ahead and get into another obsession, which is the Pat McGrath Huetopian Dream. So you guys know that I picked this up this year and I have been dying to really play with it. And today that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to go through 5 different days, 5 different looks, 5 different challenges, and I'm going to tell you guys I started off this video more optimistic than I ended it. And yeah, let's go ahead and let's get into day number 1. All right, so we are on day number 1, and this week's palette is going to be the Huetopian Dreams. I mean, obviously you probably saw this in the intro. Actually, it's Huetopian Dream, not Dreams. I always call it Dreams. Don't know why. But anyways, it's this beautiful Pat McGrath palette with this amazing casing, which obviously just serves as a piece of artwork. I want to do something with them one day. I don't know if I'm always going to keep my palettes in them, or maybe I'll do like some type of like painting out of them or something, like put them on the wall. But anyways, Huetopian Dreams. So you guys know this is the fancy palette from Pat McGrath, and it looks like this. And I have to use this palette now for 5 days straight. And this is going to be an interesting palette to use for my casual Fridays, because this I don't know. Yeah, I guess I could. Yeah, I could. But you know what? Today is my first day and I have to just film a few videos today. Today is going, honestly, I don't know what I'm going to film today, but holiday season is here. I just, okay, the time filming this, guys, next week is Thanksgiving. I am not okay with this. I am not okay with this. I'm not into the holidays yet. I changed my background to be Christmassy, but even that, I don't know. I'm not in the Christmas spirit this year. I'm trying. Maybe I need to just decorate my house, but I just feel like it came up too quick. It was too fast. I didn't have enough time to feel the holidays. It's supposed to be a holiday season is what I was trying to say, and I'm supposed to be filming all my holiday videos, which would be like gift guides, best things for the season, and I am like, is it really the holidays? All right, so first thing, there's only 1, 2, 3 mats in here. 3 mats in here makes it a little bit more difficult to plan looks. So what I think I'm gonna do is start with, what color do I start with? I guess I'll start with this one. Even though I kind of want, I guess I'm gonna start with this one. Let's change our mind here. We're gonna go a little bit brighter. And I'm gonna put that in the upper portion of the lid as close as I can to my eyebrow so it actually shows up when I open my eyes. So we're gonna bring that all the way up here. Now, I will tell you guys, originally when I bought this palette, I thought that this color was going to be a little bit more coral, and I was not thrilled to see how pink it is, because it's a lot more pink than I wanted it to be. And one of the reasons that I do not use this palette as much is because of this very corally shade. Now, of course, it depends on your skin tone how this one's going to show up on you. I guess if you have a deeper skin tone, this will probably be a lot lighter. But in my light medium skin tone, this comes very pink. Like, look at that. I just think that's so pink. That's so pink, right? So, you know, the fact that that is so pink is not, it's not my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm actually gonna be able to tell you guys if this stains because anytime I use these pinky colors, I'm always scared that it's gonna stain my lids, and I will be able to tell you guys if it stains. Let's go in with this deeper color right here. Let's do one eye and I'll finish the other one off camera so that we don't take too long. So let's go ahead and add this to the outer V, and I'm gonna also put it in the inner portion. I wanna make this look very dramatic because today is a day I can get away with super dramatic lids. So we're gonna kind of just like smoke this and really add in that color and that pigment into the outer V. And I do like to elevate my outer V. I've told you guys this before, so that my eyes go up a little bit more and they don't go down. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that. And I am putting more pigment on. So if you guys can tell, there's a pretty substantial amount of pigment there. So I am using a Rephr 13 brush, and then now I'm jumping into a Rephr 01. I'm gonna grab this one right here, just so I have a better blending shade. I don't want to blend with that real pink shade, so I'm just going to grab that one and then just kind of blend them together. And then I'll add a little bit more of that pink at the end to make it pop more. So there we go. Some of this brownish mauve color. It's like a rich brown, but it has like a little bit of like a purpley undertone to it. Put that in the inner portion as well. All right, so let's go back into the Rephr 01, which is a fluffier brush. I'm not going to put nothing on it. Just going to use this to kind of blend this color in. So that's what we have going. Now for the center, we are going to put like a bedazzly shade. So I kind of want to do this purpley color right here. It almost switches between a purple and a blue. Oh wow. So I am not gonna put a glue down because this is, I'm not going anywhere or anything like that, so I don't really care if it falls on my face. And that's because I'm somebody who does not like to put like extra products on my face if I don't have to. I also don't like the way glitter glue feels, but I do know some people love to use their glitter glue. So if you have the Pat McGrath glitter glue, you have a different brand's glitter glue, it's going to make this look a lot more vibrant, and it also will keep the product from falling on your face throughout the day. So definitely something to keep in mind. I personally am just not going to do it right now. I have a NYX one that I really like, but okay, so then I'm going to grab into a Rephr 02. I'm going to grab a little bit of this brown, bring it on the lower lash line like halfway. Bristles Beauty P06RF brush. Weird names. And then put this like that. This is such a good brush for this. Like anytime you want to do like real detail-y stuff, it's such a small brush that you can really get under here and just really smoke that lash line a little bit. So then instead of using the really hot pink, I think I'm going to jump into this color here just to see how that looks on the lash line. And I'm going to grab it into the pink one more time. A little bit more of this deep brown. So that's what we have going. It looks really pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this eye off of camera. We'll put on some liner, lipstick, mascara, then you'll see a completed look, and I'll be right back. So here is the final look. I'm really loving this. So for the eyeliner, I used Natasha Denona's Macro Blade, which is the liquid liner. Did a pretty long line. I mean, not super exaggerated. I always think that I'm doing such a huge line, and then at the end I'm like, damn, I could have gone bigger if I really wanted to. But anyways, it was a semi-big line. And then on the top, I'm using L'Oreal Lash Paradise for mascara. I put a little bit of the Macro Tech, which is the pencil liner from Natasha Denona in black, just from here to here. I think that's called like the 3/4 waterline. And then I kind of just like blended it out just a little bit to smudge the black a little bit. And that was it. Now I want to just add a little bit of brightness to the inner corner. So I kind of want to just jump into this color. I'm using for this a Refer 03. So this is going to be like the last thing of the look. I'm just going to add that into the inner corner. I like to do inner corner highlighting after I'm done with my makeup, just to kind of like get an idea of how far up I want it to go. And there we go. Yeah, I think that completed the look. So here is the final look. What do you guys think? Oh, and I forgot to tell you, the lipstick that I have on is Natasha Denona's lip liner in Iona. I have it linked down below. And Catwalking from Charlotte Tilbury is the lipstick. And then I kind of just put one of the lip plumpers from Lawless on, one of the clear ones. So that is how I came up with these lips. It's kind of like a peachy-ish tone. I thought it could look really cute with the purpley pink look. But anyway, so this is the final look. And if you guys are admiring, isn't this the coolest thing ever? So it's not even real. It's like a fake cuff. It's so cool. But anyways, so yeah, this is the final look. I'm really obsessed with it. I think it came out really pretty at the end. I will tell you guys one thing I am noticing and I'm kind of scared of is I have a feeling that this whole palette is going to always give me a pink look. Like I might not be able to do too many different looks. I don't know. We'll see. I'm getting a little scared. I feel like between the mattes that you have in here, that you only have like a brown, a pink, and like a light pink mauve kind of color. I don't know. I'm wondering what's going to happen with this palette, and I'm hoping that I like it. I'm really hoping that I like it. But right now, I think that this look is really cool. So I'm happy with look number 1. Let's go on to look number 2. Tomorrow's going to be a casual Friday. So I'm going to have to think of like a look that's not very in your face. Something that a little bit died down that I want to wear to the office because I usually dress very casual. So how can I make this casual? There's a lot of glitter in here. This is like a lot of shiny shine. How can I make this casual? We'll have to figure that out tomorrow. But anyways, see you guys in day number 2. Good morning, guys. So today is day number 2 of my Pat McGrath Utopian Dreams challenge, my 5-day challenge. And today I did something very neutral on the lids. Today is Casual Friday. Hopefully you could see this good, but what I did was I put on a little bit of the pinky glitter and then I kind of smoked out the outer edge to do a very soft look. Still turned pink. 2 for 2 on the pink so far. Let me prop you down right here so I can show you the actual colors that I used. Little angle, but that's okay. So what I did was I went into this color right here and I kind of diffused that all over the top of the lid. Then I jumped into this pinky looking glitter and I just kind of like dabbed it on the top of the lid and then add a little bit of definition to the outer edge, so slightly, like I hardly put anything on, and I just kind of defined the outer V just a little bit. You guys know I like to lift the eyes a little bit, so I need to do that like little lift at the edge. Then I got my Natasha Denona Macro Tech in the purpley color. I think it's like burgundy or purple, I'm not sure. But I just went ahead and put on the outer V and just did like a small little wing. And actually it looks more purple when you put it on the lid. So I'm gonna say it's like a purpley liner. L'Oreal Lash Paradise. And then on the lips, I have on Charlotte Tilbury Catwalking. So this is the final look. And I have to say, I actually kind of really like today's look. I thought I wasn't gonna like it because the pink was very glittery and very pink. And I was like, ooh, I don't know, this might be a little too much. But at the end of the day, it actually came out really, really pretty. And I like the way it looks with this blue top. So I'll show you guys what I'm wearing just because I've been doing that lately and you guys have enjoyed it. Let me walk into the office and show you. Very casual Friday outfit. If you guys can see, I'm just wearing some jeans. I think I got these at BB on South Beach like a few years back. And then this top here is from Zara. Super, super cozy. I love this top. And it's just like a little oversized, so it opens up on me, but I love it. And then I have this really cute necklace. I got this one at Target. And then the earrings are new from Ana Luisa. But anyways, so this is the look. That's what we've got going for Casual Friday. And then we've got the pinky lids. So really like it. So day number 2, success. Let's see how we go with day number 3. All right, guys, we are on to day number 3 and I have done 2 days. I will tell you guys, I don't know what it is about Pat McGrath's specific formula, but I think it's her pinks. And because she does a lot of pinks, I usually have this problem that sometimes my eyes will get a little irritated, like my actual eyeball will get a little bit red when I use some of Pat McGrath's shadows. And I really honestly think it's the pinks because all of my pink shadows, usually, anytime I use something pink, I usually will get a little bit of irritation. So I guess it's because most of her palettes have pinks in it. I usually have this problem. So I feel like my eyes were a little irritated the last time I wore her shadows, but we're gonna do it again today and let's see if it is true or maybe if it was just allergies, because I am also somebody who has insane allergies. So today I have a lot of filming to do. Today we're gonna be doing my Black Friday sale guide. Oh my goodness, have I been doing research on Black Friday sales? So today that's what I'm gonna post. So what we're gonna do today is I wanna kind of play with this kind of like brownish tone. I wanna play with this brown. I wanna see how away from pink you can go with this palette. I don't think there's too much you can do really to get away from the pink, but this might be the eye look or like the only way to do this. So this is what we're gonna do. I think, what do I wanna put? I'm just gonna grab this color right here, just like that. I'm gonna put this. You know, I love these motherships, but it's so hard to do your eye makeup with this little tiny mirror. You know, I know it's pretty, but see more of my face. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this mirror. I'm just gonna kind of like dab this all over the lid. Kind of just like getting an idea of what I wanna do. Like that. That's a pretty color. It's a little bit more brown, so that's good. So it's not really gonna have that strong pink undertone to it. So with a Ref for 14, I'm gonna grab into this brown here that's kind of like a brownish mauve. It's kind of like a brown with a little hint of purpley mauvish tone to it. It's gonna look good with this brown. I think this will keep us a little bit away from that pink look. So like I typically do, I outer edge exaggerate. This kind of reminds me a lot of, was it the Venus and Floors palette? This has like that same vibe. Like this is kind of like a look I could create with that palette. You know, these switchy shades, I kind of like them, but then I'm kind of scared of them because if they go like in a direction you don't like, you can like kind of mess up your whole look, you know, because it shifts so much. So I think when we're going to use that, we'll try to use that just with a blending shade and maybe have it all over the lid. So what I'm going to do is grab this gold right here and put this in the inner portion. Yeah, that's a lot better. I'm going to grab this Bristles Beauty E03DM, grab back into this gold. Just sprinkle like fairy dust. That's like a fairy dust shade. Like it literally feels like I'm dusting something onto my eyes. And then just to blend out everything, what I'm going to do is grab into this mauve-ish rosy color just because I need something to kind of blend those edges. Okay, so then we'll grab into this color right here and let's bring down the lower lash line, but we're going to kind of like tight line it a little bit. So I'm going to grab into the Bristles Beauty P06RF, which is this little tiny one that I've told you guys I really love for under eye work. I'm going to grab a little bit of this rosy color one more time and then just blend the bottom. All right, let's go ahead and put on some liner. Let's see how this ends up looking. But right now, at least it doesn't look pink. So finally, we're away from the pink look. But okay, let me put on liner. I'll be right back. Okay, so here is the final look, and it was a little bit of a journey to get to the final product. So for the liner, I used the Makeup by Mario brown liner, and the one that I have is in the color the Perfect Brown. So Perfect Brown is the one I used, and then I just kind of like winged it out at the edges using the other side of the brush that has kind of like a brush attached to it. So I did a pretty exaggerated line. I also added a little bit to the lower lash line, and with the same brush kind of smudged it a little bit. So for the lips, I put on Bite Beauty's Ginger Malt, which is one of the newer colors that I've added to my collection from Bite Beauty. So it's this one right here. I love the color. It's really, really pretty. But I mix it with Natasha Denona's lip liner in Naya, and that's kind of how I get it a little bit more brown, a little bit less burgundy-ish. So this is the color. I really love the lips. And of course, I topped off my eyelashes with L'Oreal Lash Paradise, which is my favorite mascara in the whole world. Here's what I'm thinking. I like the way that this looks. I think it looks really, really pretty. The thing is that for Pat McGrath's price tag right now, like what I'm looking at, like this eye look, I could have created this with my Natasha Denona Gold palette. I could have created this with a few of my more neutral looking palettes. Like, so this eye look in general is nothing out of this world. It's not super, super unique. But at the same time, I mean, like, not every palette can be super unique if you really think about it. Like, obviously there has to be some neutral colors inside of palettes, and I was trying to do more of a neutral look. The thing that I don't love that much is this color right here is a really nice, pretty color, if you guys can see, but it's a little bit duller on the lid. So when you put it on, it just kind of, it does look like a metallic, but it's a little bit more dull. It's funny because maybe it's just the color on my skin tone that it just doesn't pop as much. Like maybe if I was a little bit more fair, it would pop out a little bit more. But on me, it's just like a very dullish color, and then mixed with this brown as a deepening shade. They're almost like the same color, just a little bit of dimension. It just doesn't do anything that was just like, wow, how cool, you know? And then the gold shade, which is this one, is a really pretty shade, but it has a lot of yellow in it. And I don't like yellowy golds. Like, I really can't stand yellowy golds. Just on me, it just doesn't look that good. And this one, even though it's not extremely yellowy gold, I still see like that yellowy aspect to the eye. I like more of like a champagne-y gold, but that's just like personal preference. So like if I look at this, I'm like, it's a pretty eye look. Am I dying to recreate it? No, I'm really not like dying to recreate it, but I think it does look really nice, and some of you guys might think, oh, that's a really pretty look, and it is. It's just like not one of those neutral looks that I go, oh my God, I love this. So it doesn't always have to be that the colors have to be super unique. It just has to be the combination of colors create a look that is so beautiful. Like what happens when I use the Patrick Ta Major Dimension. All of those colors are very basic, but when you combine them, it's just the hue difference that he selected, as well as the metallics in there, that I feel like when I use them, they look so amazing together. This one, it's like okay, like it's very pretty. I like the look. I also feel like this palette right here that I picked up from her this year, which is the Venus in Floors, like I was saying, can create a look very similar to this, but this one's even prettier because this color here that she put, it's a little bit lighter. So if you guys can see it compared to the one inside of the new palette, like this is the new palette and this is the Venus in Floors. They look very similar, but this one's just a hint lighter, which looks a little bit better. So if I were to say which palette do I want to grab to do something similar to this, I'm going to be grabbing the Venus in Floors, not the huge mothership, which is kind of a shame. I'm liking the palette, but I'm not like in love with this palette. I think I loved it a little bit more, but I think I know why, which I will tell you guys in final thoughts. But I'm a little bit worried because like one of the next shades that I need to use is this shifty shade, which I typically hate shifty shades because the way that when you move your face, it like changes the color on you, and I usually can't stand that. So I don't know, we're going in a strange direction. Let's see. I have to use that shifty shade next, and then I have one look left. So let's see what happens. I will see you guys in day number 4. All right, good afternoon, guys. So I have a confession to make. I have to make a confession. Okay, so today is day 4 of my 5-day challenge, but I ended up skipping 2 days. Okay, so let me explain. Okay, so I did wear makeup and I did wear eyeshadow the past 2 days on Thanksgiving and the day before. So the day before, I went to go get my hair done. You guys can see, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I went and redid my highlights. I got myself a little chop. And I didn't feel like wearing Utopian Dream to the salon. Now, I looked at the colors and I really thought of it, but I was kind of like glitter, lots of glitter. And then thinking of my, hair being all wet and my eyeshadow running and all that good stuff, I thought, no, I don't want to wear any of these shadows. And when I was looking at the colors, I was actually thinking, well, what color can I wear, like just basic and just wear it like a basic eye look? But everything that I saw in here, I kept thinking like, I'm gonna go drama. Like even like this pale, well, you guys witnessed it, the breakage of this shade. I don't know, who knows? Could have fallen off my vanity. Nobody told me, but it's broken. But anyways, so I was looking at all these colors and thinking, what color can I wear to the salon? And none of the colors really spoke to me to wear to get my hair done. And I said, you know what, forget it. So I literally just put a really light wash of color on my lids. I used the NARS Climax palette for that, very little makeup. Then the next day was Thanksgiving. And oh my goodness, I had this idea. I wanted to wear this white top that you guys have seen before with my leather jeans, like these leather pants that I have. But I was looking at these colors and on the same thing, like I couldn't think of what I wanted to put on my lids and I didn't want to go pink. And I know that this makes my eyes go in a pinky direction. Even if I try to stay away from it, like the pink just keeps showing up. And I didn't feel like putting in uncomfortable glitter because here's the truth, guys. I mean, it's beautiful. It really is. But you have to use a glitter glue or it will kind of fall on your face a little bit. And, you feel it. It's glitter. Maybe some people don't feel it, but I feel it. It feels like glitter on the lids. And I didn't feel like putting any of these glitters on. The metallics in here, even though they are really pretty too, they're just not colors I wanted to wear. So I ended up using my Patrick Ta Major Dimension eyeshadow palette, and I did use the glitter from that palette because it's so light that you don't feel it. I will have to admit to you guys, this hasn't happened to me yet in my 5-day challenge that I did not feel like wearing an eyeshadow palette. I don't know, I hate to say this, but that's kind of a negative for this palette. I mean, I think you guys pretty much figured that. That's kind of a negative, like, that you don't want to wear it, But again, this is a challenge. You're not supposed to want to wear your same eyeshadow palette every single day, but this is a challenge to see how useful or how much use per wear I'm going to get out of my palettes. And right now I am looking at this guy saying, I am not going to get that much use per wear out of it because there is occasions that I literally just don't want to wear it. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to play with the color. It's so funny because now I'm saying all these negative things and I'm going to play with a color that I'm very not excited, very not excited, super unexcited to play with, okay? So that is this one, which is the Shifty shade. I typically don't like shifty shades. You guys can see how cool it is though. You see how it goes to green and then it goes to pink and then to green. Now, my problem with shifty shades is that, guys, is that I don't like the way they look on my lids because, like, I'll see, like, oh, I look so pretty with this pink, and then I shift it, and then I see green on one eye, and then the other eye looks pink, and to me, that's just so confusing. I know some people love these, and that's just total personal preference. So, I'm just sharing with you guys my personal thoughts, and my personal thoughts are shifty shades drive me nuts. At least I like the earrings that I have on today. But let's go ahead and let's start off this look with, well, the only shade that we basically can blend with, which is this one. For me, I like this color the most. We're gonna go ahead and put that all the way up to the brow bone. And then I wanna pull that crazy metallic shifty dual chrome thingy. Is it a dual chrome, trio chrome? What is it, guys? You guys probably know more than me. I think it's a dual chrome. I'm not really into those shades, so can't follow along. I call them funny looking shifty shades. See, I could have worn this color to the salon, I guess. I could have worn this color. I just didn't want, pink, like this isn't that super pink, but it is a little bit like a softy pink, and I just wanted to stay away from this color. So we're gonna jump into Mr. Shifty Shade here. I'm gonna put this on my finger and we're gonna just swipe it on the lid. I'm hoping for the best with this guy. So far, my first thought is this might look very dull on the lid. I don't know. Let me not judge it before I put it all over the lid, okay? Let me not judge it. I'm biased that I don't like these shades, but let's go ahead. Now, looking at it right now, what I'm thinking in my brain is, why wasn't there a green in here? Wouldn't it have been so good if we would have gotten like a really nice hunter dark green? Since this shade already shifts to a green, I could have really done something really cool. This color here, this bright pink, should have been a green. I think that would have been really cool. So now playing with all these shades, that's what I feel right now, because this color has a really strong shift to a green. One thing I will say is that this is probably one of the strongest shifting shadows that I own. Now, granted, I don't own any of those indie brand shifting shadows that everybody always says that they shift more. And you guys know why. I don't like shifty shades. So that's why I don't own any of them. But out of all the shadow palettes that I have, Pat McGrath has the one that shifts the most. I don't hate it. I don't hate it right now because it shifts to green, and I didn't think that I would actually enjoy that shift. But I'm not really mad at it because it shifts at a good angle, right? It's kind of shifting in a good way. Huh. I'm gonna add a little bit of this brown to the outer V to lift the eye just a tad. If you guys hear in the background any noise, it's Lexi's watching TV and she has the TV on super loud. But, you know, you win some, you lose some. I choose to lose some today so I can get some work done. But, you know, this strong shift, it kind of like hides all the rest of the shadows because I'm putting like this brown. But I keep seeing that shift. Oh, it's interesting and it's annoying. I don't know. I don't know which way I want to look at it. It's like obnoxious and then I like it. What do you guys think? I closed the door a little bit more, see if we don't hear that loud sound. Now let's go ahead and go with, I guess, this brown, and we'll put that on the lower lash line. And then I'm gonna kind of smoke it out just a tad with this pinker color here. And then we're gonna finish everything off with adding a little bit of this shade here to the inner corners. Keep getting confused on which shadow I'm using because when I look at the pen it actually looks like a green shadow. Like I'm looking at it like this and I'm going, wait, that's not what I'm putting on my eyes. But then I remember, yes, it's the shifty guy. So that is what we've got going. Okay. Do I love it or do I hate it? I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I think what I need to do is do the other eye, put on my mascara, put on my liner, put on the lipstick, finish off this look, and see how do I feel about this shiftiness. Do I like it? Do I hate it? I'll be right back. All right, so we are finished with the makeup and I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie, I like this eye look. And weirdly enough, it's one of my favorite looks that I've done, and I did hardly anything to accomplish this look. I think it's really, really interesting. Now, I do kind of like this flip that it's doing. It's not annoying me as much as I thought it would. I'm actually kind of liking it. Now, there is one little issue. I forgot that today I'm going to be taking some photos for my Ana Luisa sponsorship. I don't know if this eye makeup is going to be distracting in photography. I wonder if like one eye is going to look green and one eye is going to look pink. So I will update you guys tomorrow on whether the photos were usable or if I don't like this type of makeup for photography. Would probably not be my ideal photography makeup. I would definitely say like if you're going to be like in an event and maybe you want to take pictures, this might be a little bit weird because maybe it'll look like you have one black eye and then one pink eye. Like that could be kind of obnoxious because that's what the lights are doing to it. So I don't see how that's not going to work a little bit in photography. So I will play with that. I will see how the looks come out. but I would probably skip on this if I was going to like somewhere that's going to be like a lot of lights and a lot of pictures. But if there was not going to be a lot of pictures, a lot of lights can make the look really, really cool. But anyways, back to the look. So I finished off the look with Natasha Denona's Macro Blade, which is the liquid liner. And I went ahead and did a small little wing. I guess it's a little bit bigger than usual. L'Oreal Lash Paradise on the lashes. And then for my lipstick, I don't know why I had like this idea that I want to put red because red matches so good with pink and green. But for some reason it works. I think it looks kind of cool. So actually, well, red looks really good with pink. Maybe the green part is a little bit like Christmassy, but I think it worked. What I did was something a little bit crazy. I used my L'Oreal red lipstick. I love this lipstick. I'm gonna have it linked down below. It's I Am Worth It, and it is so good. But it's kind of like a cushiony liquid lip. It never 100% dries down to like a hard, dried down liquid lip. It's so comfortable, but it always feels a tad bit wet. But what I wanted to do was, it was too red and I wanted a little bit of drama. So I did a gradient and I added on Lala. This is the lip liner from Natasha Denona on the outer edge. And then I put the red in the center and then I kind of blended them together. So it would kind of go from like a deeper looking burgundy red into a bright red, whatever. That was in my mind and that's what I did. And I really, really like it. I did do hopefully by now I have it up on Instagram. I wanted to do like a little hack for if you get out of the lines with your red lipstick. And I'll kind of give you guys like a quick little sneak of what I did. Usually whenever, like, let's say red lipstick gets like here or here, I'll go ahead and wipe it off. And then using your foundation or concealer, if your concealer is like the same color skin as you, then you can use concealer. Otherwise, go to your foundation. Foundation that is your same color, what you just used. You put a little tiny bit of like a tip of a sponge, or you can put on a Q-tip, and then you just kind of go like this with your foundation and go over that area. Everywhere that you have like the redness that came out after you already cleaned it off, you go ahead and you cover it. And then after you cover it, you can go in with a little bit more lipstick and fix it up. And that's the way that you can kind of get like that perfect lip line. You just have to do it a couple times and then just, you know, clean it off, and then you will perfect the red lip. So that's a little hack in case you do your lipstick. In case you use a lipstick that's a little runny and maybe it kind of gets out of place a little bit, it's not the end of the world. Just go ahead and wipe it off a little bit. It's gonna make a little smudge. I usually use a sponge to take it off so it doesn't smudge that much, and then go in with your foundation color, put it right there, and just go over. Foundation is supposed to be only used to perfect the face, but guys, after the fact, you can use foundation to fix problems. Foundation is your delete button, okay? It's your whiteout. So I am going to go ahead and get ready to take some pictures of my Ana Luisa stuff and film another video. But so far, the strangest thing happened to me. I'm actually enjoying this shade. And that is very strange. It was the dreaded shade for me. I was actually scared of using this one. So, but anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow in the final look. Shooting some of the photos that I was telling you guys about. So this is what I do, is I sit with my camera and my, oh, look at me covering what I'm doing, my little remote, and I usually just shoot my own photos like that, and that's it. Super upscale production going on here. All right, we are on to day number 5, and I already did my makeup off camera because I have a few films I have to do today. So I went ahead and just did a quick little Instagram reel of this look. But I did use our Huetopian Dream, and I'm going to show you guys what I did. So all I did was use this color to smoke out the entire lid. So I just kind of like packed it on there and smoked it. And then I blended it with this one up on the top, just blended it really lightly. And then I just grabbed this glitter, which is like the last color that I haven't used in this palette, and just dabbed it all over the top of the lid. And I also ran this color on the lower lash line, followed by this color. So I basically used 3 colors for this. And then the little drama that you guys see on the sides is actually with the Natasha Denona Macro Tech in the brown color. So I went ahead and smoked that on the outer V, and then also put it on the lash line. And that's how I created this look, L'Oreal Lash Paradise, like always, for the lashes and for the lips. Ooh, I really like this lip combo. So I am using the Fembot from Pat McGrath. So that's the lipstick shade. It looks like this. Very pretty. Like always, everything that we talk about that I've used on my face is going to be linked down below by day, so you guys can find everything really easy. And then I used the lip liner from Makeup Forever, and this one is in the color Boundless Berry. So these two together, super cool lip. I topped it off with the Lawless Lip Plumper, which kind of like smooths over the lips and gives a little bit of a glossy effect. And I kind of think it matches the eye look like perfect. So I actually really like this eye look. I'm going to be honest, today I sat in front of the palette and I stared at it for a while and I was like I didn't know what to do. Like I felt like I had kind of like done most of what I could do, and then like kind of thinking like the different colors. I was like, I don't want pink, I don't want this. And this was the last option that I decided to do, and I have to say I really like this look. I ended up loving it, but it wasn't like I was like so excited to create it, but I really liked the final result, which I feel like that keeps happening. Like I'm not like super excited with the colors, but then at the end I'm like, I kind of like this look. I think it has to do with Pat McGrath's formula more than anything else. But yeah, so here is look number 5. Let me know what you guys think. But let's go ahead and let's get into my final thoughts of this palette. All right, guys, so here we go. I'm going to give you guys final thoughts right now. So here's the thing, okay? So the Pat McGrath Utopian Dream, I believe this is like $125. So it's a pricey little palette. I feel, and you know, this is hard for me to say because I like the color story. I just feel like there was stuff missing from it. I feel like the formula and the color story and everything is nice for the price tag. But here's my issue. I almost feel like this palette needed more color selection in order to make it a palette that I want to reach for all the time. It's not a palette I want to reach for all the time. Now, I will say every eye look I have created, I have actually liked it. I liked all the eye looks. I thought they all came out really pretty. And at the end, I was happy. But I don't think I created one look that I was like, that is like, oof, like I love this. Like they were all good looks, but none of them were like the standout. Now this one is really, really pretty, but I think anytime you throw glitter on top of stuff, it makes it look really, really pretty. And Pat McGrath does have one of the coolest glitter formulas. Her formula in her glitter formula is just insanely amazing. It's like her special shade. And it's really the reason most people pick up these motherships is because of that formula. But when it comes to the rest of the palette, very pretty mattes. In my opinion, I feel like some of the metallics that she put in here, a little bit too deep in color for the mattes that are in here, especially on my skin tone. I feel like everything kind of like got very dulled out when I wanted things to pop. This one right here is almost kind of like a glitter. It has like a very sheer base to it. So I almost tried to use it today and I was gonna put it like all over the lid. And it's funny because I forgot that it was like a sheer base with that gold glitter. And when I went to go put it all over the lid, I was like, oh wait, I can't really see that too good. So it's almost like you need to have a base and then put it on top of it. And yeah, you have like the pink to put it on or you have the brown, but I feel like with these three that are really strong in the glitter category, the amount of mattes that we had in here, it wasn't that much selection. Like I wanted more mattes in here to really play up those glitters a little bit more, to have some more fun with these toppers that I feel like they need something underneath, like they need that matte shadow to put under. And honestly, this one and this brown are probably the ones that match them the most. This pink here, even though it's really, really cool, you can create some interesting looks with it, but honestly, it's kind of like a useless shade for me. Some people say use it as a blush. This is not my color blush. I would never put this on as a blush. I'm very boring with blush, and that's just way too much. That's too much for me as a blush. It's a little bit too much for me as an eyeshadow as well, maybe for a fun look, but that's about it. So to me, it's like a waist shade. I also don't think that she really needed this one in here. I've used it as an inner corner highlight. And to be honest, like with the shades that were in this palette, I don't really even think I needed inner corner highlights with hardly any of my looks. I know a lot of people like to put inner corner highlights, but I didn't think it was like needed. Sometimes I feel like palettes need brightness, like they just need that inner corner highlight. This one, I don't think it needed the inner corner highlight because I have mixed it with this one and I didn't really love the way they look together. It was like too dull and then too bright. Like they just didn't. it all didn't mesh really well. So I don't think it was 100% needed in the palette. I don't think this one was needed in the palette. And I really wish that if she would have given us 3 glitters, we would have had more selection of mattes, a little bit more to do, because I feel like mattes, that is what our looks are made out of, a lot of mattes. And then, you know, the metallics are fun to play with, but they're not always like the predominant shade that you're using mostly. It's usually mostly the mattes. So that is my complaint. I also like this shade, which I didn't think I was gonna like it. I really did not think I was gonna like this. I ended up liking it. However, I am going to say that I told you guys I was gonna take some photos. In the photos, there was a few from a distance that I could see a little bit of like green on one eye, and then the other eye had a little bit more pink. And I would say that the eye look in the photos that I took outside was not my favorite look, and it was mostly because of the way the light was hitting it, but I do think it was one of the coolest shades. One thing I have to give Pat McGrath on this palette is she gave us a lot of different formulas. You've got your glittery shades, this one that isn't as special as these two, but it still has that glitter. You know, you've got some nice mattes in here, you've got more of like a shimmery metallic, it's not as bright, and then you have this one that's more of a metallic, and then this one that's more glittery metallic. You've got a lot of different formulas. You got a dual chrome. There was a lot, but for there being so much, I don't think there was enough mattes, okay? So another thing is a lot of the looks ended up going pink, and it was very hard for me to get away from pink. So, you know, a lot of people were saying this is like Divine Rose 3, and it is totally Divine Rose 3. We've got a lot of rosy, pinky looks. Even today's look that I was using the brown and then like that rosy or mauve to blend it out. At the end, if you look at me, you would say, well, she has like a brownish with a hint of pinky looking lid. I personally feel like this would have been a nice introduction to see some green in the Pat McGrath line. I mean, even this glitter has a shift to a green in it. Then you had the dual chrome that turns into a green. I don't know why she decided to give us another hot pink when this could have been like a really cool green, and maybe she could have played with the idea of adding in some green into this palette. She could have done different things. We also could have made this into a really deep purple, like really strong purple. There's something missing from this palette in the matte section. I would also say that I would have sacrificed this shade or this shade for another matte. I would have sacrificed them. I would have said, take it. I think that that was my overall complaint. I feel like we didn't get enough mattes in this palette to really make it something I want to use all the time. I'm not a huge fan of that, especially for the price tag. Another thing I wasn't a huge fan of was that when it was the holiday and, you know, you would think that you want to pick out your most expensive palette to put on your lids, I didn't want to use it. I kind of just was like, oh no, everything's gonna be pink. This would have been a fun look to have done. I could have done this eye look, but overall, what do I think? I like the palette. I'm not in love with the palette. I thought I was gonna love it more than I do. I think I'm going to use it. I just don't think I'm going to use it as much as I was hoping, which is kind of a shame. The sad part is that usually my non-everydays, that's okay. It doesn't have to be an everyday palette, but I usually have to feel like, hey, I wanna use this on a special occasion. And I didn't want to use this on a special occasion, so that kind of gets me a little like, ah. So I like it, not in love with it. I do like the final looks that I was able to create with it. I do think I created pretty looks. And I also have realized that I think pink really irritates my eyes. I don't like pink on the eyes, and my eyes don't like pink because they really get irritated with pink. None of the other shadows have bothered me, but anytime I use the strong pink, I think it does make my eyes kind of burny and a little bit watery and red the next day. So that's also something I don't like. I do think it's a decent palette. I guess I'm just not in love with it. I want to know from you guys after this 5-day challenge, did any of you guys do it? Let me know down below, what were your thoughts? Did you guys love the looks you came out with? Was there any results that you guys had different from me? Leave those comments down below, and if you didn't use this palette, you used a different palette that looks similar to it, let me know if you guys like that one better. And think about what palette you guys want me to do for my next 5-day challenge. Go ahead and start commenting down below which palette you guys want me to use. Of course, thank you so much to Ana Luisa Luisa, and don't forget to go ahead and check out their sale. Their 25% off that is already started right now. Everything is going to be linked down in the description box so you guys can go ahead and shop their website. So anyways, thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.